Thanks for staying, everybody. Before we get started, I do want to let you know that the book is available at the concession stand if you want to take the experience home with you. Please welcome to the stage Aaron Rose.
It's Aaron Rose, and Steve Powers again came back. And this is Lenny Messina, who edited the film. Could not have done it without this guy. He's a master on the computer keys.
That's what she said.
Yo. I don't know what to say. You want to say something, Lenny?
Yeah, I'll start this off. This movie, to me, was very special. It started for me as a fan of these artists and the work that they've come up with over the years. Like many of you, I imagine, you've seen them grow into what they are now. But as much as it is about the art and what they've created, it's also about being inspired and inspiring people, and hopefully empowering people to do something that they didn't think they had in them, or just the inspiration aspect of it is what this movie means to me, and to be able to be a part of that, to make this movie with Aaron and be inspired by him and Money Mark in a little house in LA with our producers here, and Jay Bume and John Barlow and Rich Lim. It was really nice to work off of each other and kind of make the movie in the same way that they put together some of their shows. So it was really inspiring, and I hope you guys got a little bit out of that too.
Thanks.
Does anybody have any questions about the movie or criticism?
You there!
How did it let you make all that mess in Tokyo?
This is a great question. This is already, the competition for best question and best DVD is off to a running start. The name of the company is Secure International, I believe, and they, and I'm going to throw out a little dirt here because Aaron told it to me 2 days ago. They did a t-shirt deal with Mark Gonzalez, and they paid him like fistfuls of cash to make t-shirts, and they made money on it. And they did the logical businessman thing of saying, okay, well, this made money. Let's get 15 more artists involved and just throw money at them and just see what happens. And the high point of the trip, I think, for all of us was we went to a bowling alley, and there was about 10 of us bowling, and they divided.
That's in the phone.
Is it?
Yeah.
Not enough, though, right? They divided the two lanes at one point between graffiti writers and non-graffiti writers. I bowled a 235 legitimately that night. It was only because there was so much chaos going on that I really found my focus. But the night started off with Barry getting a bowling ball and just walking up totally zen, like that expression that he has in the whole movie. Just walking up, throwing the bowling ball over his head, and it landing in the middle of the lane, and divots were happening. It was so crazy, and he just pretended like it was the most natural thing you ever saw. And within minutes, a fluorescent bulb got smashed over the lane, and there was broken glass on the lane, and balls rolling through it. Tom Campbell, who's super reserved in the movie, was drunk and just running down the lane and diving into the pins. And we kept turning our heads around to the employees of the bowling lane, and they were just super focused, 1,000-yard stares, away from us. And
The Japanese are really nice people.
And they were all paid off, and they were all paid off, and they were all paid off. And there was photographers there, and they kept bringing cases of beer, and it got really blurry really fast.
Yeah. But there was no permit for that demolition derby. It just happened. They got a permit to use the lot to put in a painted car art installation.
And the thing about Japan was, Barry said, I want to paint on a car. Like, he'd been moving towards, like, what ended up being painting on trucks and turning trucks over. Started with Saabs. And he said, I want a car from the junkyard. And in Tokyo, the cars that exist in junkyards are like Saabs that are like 4 years out of date that run perfectly. Oh, by the way, Japan will not have a recession this time around. It's been announced. It's really, they're an amazing place, culture, people.
It's
Keep
funny,
up the fun
just
work.
a side note to that, and then we'll get on to another question, but we were just back there for the Japanese release of the movie, and they were like, what do you want to do to promote the film or whatever? And immediately it was like, let's do the Demolition Derby again.
No, I said bowling.
He said bowling.
I wanna go bowling.
And they're like, oh, no, that can't happen.
No more bowling.
No more bowling.
Next
all
question.
that Woody said was exactly true. I saw it in the footage, and it's pretty incredible.
Even my 235 score. Four
Yeah,
turkeys.
this guy was dialed in.
Yeah,
Sure.
it was a weird trip.
Weird trip.
Weird trip.
It looked beautiful.
Anyway.
The snow was spectacular. It was December. It was really crazy.
Another
Anybody else?
question?
Adam Wild Cabbage, I see you.
Is that your normal barber?
That is my normal barber. They've been asking me for years when this movie was coming out. They saw the cameras. They didn't know what scam I was perpetrating on them. And I told them to come tonight, and they didn't believe me. So, but someday we'll play the DVD. They're on 39th Street. I'm sorry, 38th Street between 6th and Avenue. They're New World Barbers. They're Korean. They do great shape-ups and fades.
Powerful.
How did you manage the finances of the gallery over time? Or not manage them?
We have a winner in the best question category.
And from the film, it sounds like the gallery was open for about a decade?
Yeah.
Correct? And then,
Yeah.
obviously, shoestring by the industry, grows bigger, but where are the collectors? Who's buying the art? How are they getting funded?
Where are the collectors
I
now?
still don't really know. I mean, to call that a business is a stretch.
If you bought Barry McGee bottles from Aaron Rose, you're not. You know where the finances are now, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Aaron's made a few. Come on, Aaron's made a few stars here.
yeah.
Blue chip
I've
artist.
painted a bunch of Barry McGee bottles too.
He's pretty good at it. He screws up because he paints smiles on them. Doesn't work out.
Exactly.
That's how you know.
No, I mean there was no financial management of that operation. I don't know how. I honestly don't know how it even lasted as long as it did. I think it was just like on pure creative energy that kept it going because the finances were always a mess. Every space that we were in, we were evicted from. I still don't know. I mean, magic would happen. You know what I mean? It would be like everything was falling apart, and then like somebody would swoop in. You know what I mean? And we did have a few really dedicated collectors, so I have to shout them out.
Kim, we see you, Kim.
One
We
of
see
them is
you.
in the audience right now. Yeah, but yeah, there were people who did support us, but not enough to really keep it going. It was always a pretty crazy struggle and super sketchy.
And then, as now, Aaron photographs really well and was able to get
A
press.
lot of it was that. Yeah,
Keeping
I
it
would
moving.
charge for photos.
But you know,
Power was getting shut off.
it would follow. And I think a lot of the artists trusted Aaron because it was on the edge of chaos. Maybe mistakenly trusted, but I think because it was really, it's like when you see the fully polished insert name of successful gallery person here, operation moving on, artists really get intimidated by that. They really just see everything, all their creativity just being hoovered out of their studio and into a Swiss bank account. And with Aaron, at least you felt you had a chance. At least, the guy that was going to screw you over was a friend, and you'd work it out at some point down the road. We all
And
did,
that said, also, even though it was sketchy and a disaster area most of the time, I highly recommend it.
Yeah,
I highly
and
recommend doing
please.
business that way and living your life that way.
And if you're opening up a gallery this week, I'm available. So. Get a good space.
It's tons of fun. Sketchy as hell, but tons of fun.
Lighting's really important.
Yeah.
I hate to cut this off early, but
Yeah.
we do have another audience coming in, so we have time
Okay.
for one quick question. So what was the time frame from concept of the film?
We've been working on it about 5 years. We just kind of hit the 5-year mark from when we first started shooting the film till now. So it's a
You
long-
see how I aged. It's been a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that was we shot almost 3 years ago. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Before
Yeah.
the Botox. Thanks for coming out. You've
Yeah.
been
Thanks,
bringing
everyone.
us Lenny,